A few of you have requested a hair tutorial, and I've been meaning to do this for a while anyways because I've had my Dyson Airwrap now for actually exactly a year ago. I bought it last year. Well, I got it as a gift from my husband, and I've had it for a year, and I've gone through so many struggles with it as well. And one of the things I keep hearing from people is that they don't know how to use it. It takes way too much time. They don't get the look they want. So I went through all of those things as well. The first time I used it, it took me an hour and a half, and then the second time, hour and 20 minutes. And then I started learning like new tricks and tips and how I'm supposed to actually do my hair with it. And after I learned it, it takes me probably 20 minutes to do my hair, and it gives me a perfect result. So I just finished doing my hair, so this is about 3 hours ago, so it is still a little fresh and it may be a little too much, but it's going to settle down and it's going to open up and it's going to look a little bit looser. The curls are going to open up a little bit more. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching. Alright, we're starting with a blow dry attachment. I always have it on the highest setting on heat and speed. You want to make sure you dry about 80% of your hair and leave 20% to 30% damp because it styles best when it's a little bit wet, but you don't want it too wet. So I go over all my scalp and all my hair just a little bit towards the end. This part is really, really important. You want to section your hair, and the reasons you want to do that is because A, you don't want the rest of the hair to dry, because as you're going over with a blow dryer, it can fully dry. Another reason is because it has a suction feature and a blowout feature, and you don't want your hair to go all over the place because it will fly all over the place and you're gonna suck in the pieces that you actually don't want to dry. Then I'm going in with this brush attachment. I only go over it one time or twice for the bottom of my hair since it's still very wet. You want to make sure each section that you are doing is completely brushed out, so I normally use that attachment to brush it. Then I go in with a barrel, and as you can see, for the roots, I go back and forth, different directions, just so that I can get all those baby hairs and all that frizz out. Then I kind of let the barrel take my hair in, and I hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. You want to make sure the device is completely off before you remove it, otherwise your hair is going to go all over the place. I repeat the same exact thing on the rest of my hair. I always go away from my face, so I switch the barrel to the other side for the other side of my hair. And I repeat for the rest of my hair. You always want to make sure you're guiding your hair through, and it also helps get rid of some of the frizz. Now to the front of my hair. This part is really, really annoying because I have a lot of baby hair and a lot of frizz. So as you can see, I'm going through different directions, but you also want to hold your hair a little bit and kind of pull it just very, very gently again. And I'm also guiding all those baby hair into the barrel, just like I did for the rest of my hair. Anywhere you have frizz or baby hair, you kind of want to guide it, and you kind of help it smooth out a little bit more when you go over it with your hand anyways. Now for this front section of my hair, I normally section it into two different parts, and I switch to the round brush just for once or twice. I go over it because I want to get all the frizz out. I go front and back and side to side, but I don't fully blow dry it. As you can see, I don't fully do it because I want the switch to the barrel to get the curls in, but I kind of want to get all the frizz out as well and still keep the same volume. I then switch to the barrel and do the same thing I did for the rest of my hair, pulling it back and forth, and letting it cool for just a few seconds because I want extra volume in front. I'm using rollers today. You don't have to, but I want extra volume. Sometimes I use one, sometimes two, and sometimes four. I do one on each side. Here's how it looks right after. I'm going to let it cool for a few hours naturally. I'm not going to touch it or brush it out or anything. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. Obviously, there are a lot of pieces that need to be touched up. I just ran up the stairs. All right, so we're gonna take these out, and I'll show you what I do to basically give it a little touch up, because I'm also about to go out to dinner, so it's a perfect time for me to show you exactly what I do for an evening out. All right, so after you take these out, they are gonna look a little bit crazy. I've kind of let all the curls kind of open up and cool down on their own. Again, I don't brush it out for at least a couple hours. Then I'm gonna go in very lightly, and I still have my headphones in. Alright, I'm gonna go in very lightly and kind of brush through. And I always start at the bottom and kind of work my way up. You don't really want to brush the top too much because you just opened it if you want the S curl. I always love that. So basically, as you can see, when you open it up, it kind of automatically, the curl comes back. Let me zoom. Nope, other way. All right, zoom out a little bit and turn this on. Is it better? And turn this on maybe. There we go. Lighting is crazy in here. It's like really, really good, but then sometimes, I actually don't know if it needs any, but usually I take this and I go over. So after I have the shape I want, again, it's always gonna look crazy. Day one, that's why every time I have something special, I always do my hair the day before. So I always like it day two, but it looks stunning day one as well. And then I go in with a little bit of oil, any hair oil, and I kind of like massage it into my hands. And I start with the ends. As you can see, I haven't lost any volume, I haven't lost any curls. You have to brush it out, otherwise it would just look really weird if you don't brush it out. Mine sometimes go back to the one big curl like I haven't brushed it out, but trust me, I do. I take this brush, kind of distribute the oil, and I can already see some little parts, the back of my head that are frizzy still. Again, I have very, very, very frizzy hair. So what I want to do is I take it again and go over those areas very lightly. I said it in one of my videos, I think it was TikTok, that I am so jealous of people who have blonde hair, because with black hair it's so hard to see. I love my black hair, don't get me wrong, but sometimes when I see these girls style their hair on TikTok and Instagram and anywhere social media, I get so jealous because it looks so good when they style it. You can see everything. With black hair, everything is like one color, one piece, yeah, it's really hard to see layers, it's hard to see what you're doing with it, but again, I love my black hair. But so yeah, that's the final look. It gets rid of all the little frizz you had there. I don't like this little piece that's like, all right, that's the final look, and I hope you enjoyed my little Dyson Airwrap hair tutorial blowout look. Thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you on the next video.